What is up, everybody? It's your boy Cameron Bash here, and welcome yourselves back to the Movement Channel, where today we're coming at you guys with live coverage of the THQ Nordic Showcase for 2022. Specifically, we're here to check out the AEW Fight Forever new gameplay and details that THQ have to share with us all. We are just seconds away here from the showcase getting started. Not too sure where AEW Fight Forever is scheduled to fit into the showcase. I'm sure we'll find out here soon enough. How are you guys doing? Welcome to the chat. Nice to see so many of you people here nice and early. What are you excited to see from AEW here today? Alright, let's go ahead and get this off mute. As the showcase is about to begin. We probably won't listen to all of it, but we know what we're here for. We know what we're here to see, folks. That beautiful AEW Fight Forever new gameplay and details. So is there anything in particular that you guys are hoping to see here today? I'm just hoping we get more than what was leaked. You know, we didn't cover the leak in too much depth. Mainly because we were worried about DMCA and takedown notices and all that stuff. But yeah, as some people may know, there was a trailer leaked on Xbox last week. It was specifically either mentioned or labeled as being part of the THQ Nordic Showcase. So hopefully there is more than just that. Because if it's only that, then we've already seen everything that they have to offer. And hopefully that's not the case here today. I agree. Welcome, Jeff Styles. Welcome to the stream. James Payne. Hello. Welcome. Mr. X. What's up? Mr. X saying it's going to be all just ex-WWE guys. I get it. Plays. What's up? You're excited for all of it? Yeah, me too. Even the mini games that we've been exposed to via various leaks. I'm excited for that because, you know, it's something different, it's something exciting, and hopefully it's going to be good. Hopefully it's going to be fun to play. Is THQ Nordic the same as the original THQ that turned into 2K? No. THQ Nordic is a company that originally started out as just Nordic Games, I believe. And then Nordic Games, after THQ went bankrupt in, I believe, like 2012, 2013, something like that, Nordic Games purchased the rights to THQ, as well as a bunch of properties that they owned at the time. And as a result, they changed their name to THQ Nordic. So, Nordic Games was obviously a smaller developer. They saw THQ go under. They saw an opportunity to purchase the company, and that's exactly what they did. So they purchased that company, and now they use the THQ name to obviously make themselves a bigger dog in the games industry. So that's how that went down. That's just you marking the WWE marks. I'm with you. I want to see how finishers are going to look. I would imagine they'll look, you know, like any other moves in the game. We've seen a fair few moves already between the various different gameplay trailers and, you know, snippets, sneak peeks, whatever you want to call them, that they've released over the last, you know, going on 2 years now. November 2020 was the very first one of those. So, yeah, we've seen a fair bit of gameplay. So I'd imagine finishers are going to look, you know, like that gameplay looks. Don't know if I'll be able to pre-order the AEW game, but I'll be damn sure going to buy it. Yeah, I don't think pre-orders are all the rage nowadays. You know, you can always wait for the first week of reviews, see how it goes, and then you've got, you know, pre-order bonuses as well. Half the time you get pre-order bonuses without even pre-ordering the game anyway, so let's see what they have to say.
So hold on to your boots. I'm Richard Keese, and we'll be blasting you with a tantalizing array of brand new games and mouth-watering first looks.
This guy's got a lot of energy.
That's not all. We also have updates, release dates, and so many other reveals and surprises waiting for you. So let's kick things off.
Alrighty, cool. The following in-game footage may contain maddening somethings. Missed that. Oh, it's a scary game. It's a spooky game. That's what that tells me. Oh well. So not AEW Fight Forever just yet. So we'll keep on chatting amongst ourselves in the chat until we get there. But yeah, I mean, for sure, there are a couple of games on this THQ Nordic showcase that I'm interested in. I want to check out the remaster they're doing of what's it called, Destroy All Humans. I'm a big fan of that franchise. What about you guys? Are you excited for anything else that's planned for this THQ Nordic showcase here today, or are you primarily locked in for that juicy AEW Fight Forever stuff? Yeah, I'm not doing too bad, Israel. Shout out to you, my friend. Thank you very much for becoming a supporter of the movement. If you guys are looking to become supporters of the movement, you can hit that join button, which should be under the video right now. If you become a supporter of the movement, you'll have access to a bunch of sneak peeks, a bunch of discount codes on our merch, and all fun things like that. We're working on revamping our sort of membership program, if you will. See if we can bring a bit more to that, make it a bit more, in depth. Provide you guys with some good content with it. So yeah, stay tuned for that. But thank you very much, Israel, for hitting that button. Appreciate you, bro. Hoping for online title defenses, says Nicholas Flores. Yeah, that would be sweet. I missed that from some of the old SVR titles. I had very limited experience with that whole thing that was coming out of the franchise as I was getting into it. But yeah, that was awesome. And if we could have something like that come back, that'd be sweet. I think there's ways with modern gaming to make that whole system better. Whether it's a case of, because back in the day, you spend your money that you earned through doing various things in the game to create a championship and then defend that championship online and then lose it. So I think there's ways to expand on that and make that core idea even better. And yeah, if they can do that and implement it into the games, it'd be sweet. And if anyone's going to do it, I'm pretty sure it's going to be AEW Fight Forever. Like 2K doesn't seem to be too hot on any of that type of stuff. They haven't made any major moves into that style of gameplay or that style of online community or anything like that yet, or at all really in the 7+ years they've been in control of the franchise. So yeah, AEW Fight Forever will probably be the ones to do it. Hopefully they do. Turn the volume up. What do you want the volume turned up on? The stream? We're not trying to listen to that just yet. We're not too bothered about that just yet, but when that AEW juiciness comes along, we'll definitely turn it up. Or were you talking about my volume? Do you want me to turn myself up? Please let me know, Extreme Non-Stop Wrestling, good sir. Appreciate you. Love how they join a video titled AEW Fight Forever just to say it sucks. Lol. Go back to 2K, you trolls. We love all the games. We're here for all the pro wrestling video games. Whether it be 2K, AEW Fight Forever, the Wrestling Code. There are lots cooking right now. There are lots on the table already. And we're here for them all. We're here for it all. I don't understand the hate for different titles, especially if the game isn't out yet. Like, you don't do anything except make yourself look like a dummy when you come in and say, damn, that game that isn't out yet sucks. Oh, okay. I didn't know we had a psychic amongst our midst. We got 199 there from Jay. Thank you very much, Jay. Greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. And then just before that, we had Israel coming in with the $2 donation. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you. All those donations go into our YouTube channel, helping us keep the lights on, improving our content, allowing us to do what we do. So thank you very much, guys. It's really appreciated. I'm not bothered about graphics, just want Fire World Pro type gameplay where it's fun and enjoyable again. I don't understand the whole gripe with graphics that people have. It's a video game. You know, one of the biggest video games of all time, if not the biggest video game of all time, is Minecraft. I think that tells you that the overall video game landscape doesn't care too much when it comes to the graphics. So as long as the gameplay is there, as long as it's a fun game, as long as it's something that you can come back to, get enjoyment out of for hours and hours, either by yourself or with your friends, you know, that's all you need. It doesn't need to be realistic looking. It doesn't need to look like real life. I feel like many games get too hung up on the realism of their worlds, and you know, really takes away from the gameplay, which is, you know, what it's all about at the end of the day. Speaking of gameplay, this game looks cute. I feel like I've seen this game before. Is this a remaster or a Space for Sale? New game?
Space for Sale is an open-ended build-up simulation game. You get to play a cute little astronaut who's just bought an entire solar system.
Oh, nice.
Rather cheaply, by the way, at least compared to London. The mission is to build new houses for your eccentric and demanding extraterrestrial clients. Explore the world while scouting locations. Gather resources and study and tame the local flora and fauna. Space for Sale can be played alone or in co-op gameplay.
Cool.
For the most adventurous and fun real estate hunt in human and alien history.
Cool, sounds like a fun little game. Space for Sale. I'm gonna write that one down. Looks like a fun little stream game. Oh. I'll turn that back down now. There's gonna be a fight tonight. Ooh, 2K has better graphics. AEW stinky. An average WWE mark. Yeah, they're on both sides of the spectrum, aren't they? You get that kind of dumbassery from the WWE fans, and you also get that type of dumbassery from the AEW fans. It's gonna come from both sides. That's a nice little cat in a box, Ben. Very nice. Yeah, Fortnite graphics aren't stellar either. And that's one of the biggest games in the world right now as well. Making half of these games relevant. How do you mean? The wrestling games? Wrestling? WWE is based in AEW's cringe. You see, there's one of those marks in the chat right now, folks. That one's name seems to be Ben McKenzie. Benaniho! How do you do?
Arrival in the colony might just change everything. On a quest to end
I would love to see the concept of the exploding barbed wire death match. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that goes. Is it just the one that they've ever done in AEW's lineage that had that awful sparkler ending? Or have they done more than one? Because it's a little strange to put an entire, you know, mode into a game based on just one match that went wrong. So, yeah, it'll be interesting. It's probably going to be nothing like the one we saw in real life based on that. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Just hoping AEW Fight Forever is fun to play. I could care less about arcade. We have Fire Pro. I could care less about simulation. We have 2K. It just needs to be fun. That's all I want. Yeah. That's all I'm really going for as well. I like having the ability to do cinematic stuff. So I hope there's like a highlight reel in the game. But the gameplay doesn't need to be strictly simulation to be able to do cinematic stuff. So yeah, I hope it has a highlight reel going for it as well, because it'd be nice to just do, you know, a couple of different things, whatever the gameplay is. Hey Ben, we were hyped for Space for Sale. I did ask if anybody was excited for anybody else, but we got nut. But Gothic and Alone in the Dark. Was Alone in the Dark the scary one at the beginning? Seemed to be. Have you seen that new video game called Starfield? Is that the the one from the Fallout guys? Is that the one that they're making? Hopefully they give us some nice juicy details with this, says Goldie. Yeah, I'm hoping so too. I'm really hoping so. These showcases vary in size. Some are longer. Some are smaller. And this one's been going on for a couple of minutes. So hopefully we're going to get a little bit of something. Hopefully, again, it's not just that trailer that already came out. So there's a little bit more to this, but only time will tell. And I'm sure that time will be coming up here soon. 15 minutes into the showcase so far. AEW Fight Forever probably coming up here soon.
With strategic, open-style gameplay for both solo or online co-op mayhem.
Giving the non-wrestling games exposure is what I meant by relevant. I'm not sure I follow.
The president of Grand Chien from a paramilitary force. If you so choose to follow your contract.
Also hope the AI is good. Yeah, right, man. That's really a core part of the game. And yeah, I hope they nail that. 2K were bragging, maybe a little bit too much, about the referee and how much better the referee was in 2K22. But yeah, I feel like it's worse. I really do. You can't target it anymore, which is annoying. And it still gets in the way. Still gets in the way. So it's this entity that you can no longer target and interact with in a, you know, simulation type of way. In a way that you'd expect to be able to do in a free type of way. But you can still hit him. You can still collide with him. You can still have him get hit by a move. But then you can't, you know, follow that up or anything. So it's annoying. So hopefully AEW Fight Forever, hopefully that has something better going on. Apparently non-wrestling games. Turn up the volume. Or turn up the volume when we're interested in what's going on. I don't want that to drown me out. background noise. Hopefully we get create a move. Move or movie? Create a move? You mean like create a finisher? That'd be cool. I think, let me find this graphic for you guys.
Fate is curious, don't you think?
After
all I had to suffer and sacrifice, it puts you in my righteous path. You don't make me do this, Theo.
So they did release this image, and this image lists create modes. Wide range of create modes, including custom wrestlers, movesets, entrances, teams, and arenas. So I'm not sure if that means that is all of the create modes that this game is going to have, or if that is just a selection. Looking at it, I would imagine that is probably going to be it as far as their first game goes.
Test your skills against others in 1v1 and 2v2 competitive game modes.
The things it's missing versus WWE are championships.
And you have a replayable experience to players to sink their sword.
That's the big one.
Even you uber pros out there. That said,
I guess shows the game isn't going to have, you know, a universe type mode, and that's not going to be needed.
Before he unleashes a power.
Yeah, besides from titles, it seems to have everything that a WWE game's going to have.
Your sword and fight.
This is an obvious one that's not coming to me right now. Conquering Premiere. I create a finisher? Yeah. I don't know. Really don't. It's a little bit hard to tell whether that list is trying to claim to be the full list, or whether it's a case of it being, you know, only a select few. Well, we'll just have to wait to see. You guys want volume? You can have some volume.
That my trust is not misplaced.
How's that? How's that for you guys? Like I said, I don't want it to drown me out too much. I still want y'all to be able to hear me, but yeah, let me know if that's good. That's some heavy rock.
Strong though they may be, they are still flesh and bone.
Cool.
Get to work.
Tempest Rising is an intriguing interpretation of the classic real-time strategy games, combining base building with hard-hitting combat. The game is set in an alternate 1997 on a planet.
Okay, sorry about that. I was just picking up my fan because I dropped it.
You can choose from 3 playable factions, each with its own distinctive play style and features. On top of that,
It's okay? It's good volume?
Rising features skirmish and
You guys
multiplayer
happy with where we're at?
with a score-based match
Cool.
system. In short, this is a must-play for even the most competitive characters and dangerous.
Steel Cage, Coffin Match, 3v3. Yeah, none of them are on the list just yet. Knights of Honor 2.
Welcome back, sire.
Yeah, we got singles match,
Kingdom awaits.
tag match, 3-way, 4-way, ladder matches, casino battle royale, falls count anywhere, unsanctioned lights out, which allows the use of weapons, and exploding barbed wire death matches. So, yeah, it looks like their unsanctioned lights out is going to be their Extreme Rules match. Doesn't look like it'll be anything too more insane than that. And then exploding barbed wire death That's their big one. Coffin match would be really good. There's been a fair few coffin matches in AEW now. Is it 2 or 3? I know Darby has had 2. At least 2 anyway, as of the other day. And then I thought there was another one with non-Darby people, but I could be wrong, No, God tier, we haven't got to the AEW Fight Forever stuff yet. We are still waiting in anticipation for that. But that should be coming up here not too long. They should have added the Blood and Guts match. I feel like that would have been a big one. I feel like, you know, we're in a little bit of an arms race in a sense now. I think it's going to be a big deal whoever gets that match into, you know, a quality wrestling game. And it's not to say that Wrestling Revolution 3D is not a quality wrestling game, but it's very basic. It's a very small game compared to the likes of 2K, what AEW Fight Forever seems to be doing, even the Wrestling Code. So whichever one of these games gets a really good and expansive War Games, Blood and Guts, whatever you want to call it, type match into their game, man, they win that arms race. They're going to get a lot of hype from the pro wrestling video games community, whoever the first one is to do that. And then, yeah, it'll be a case of whoever follows it up the next year. Oh, you're copying. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But, yeah, I am a little bit surprised that they didn't prioritize it into this game. And, yeah, it opens up that race a little bit more now. Will it be 2K in 2K23? Will it be the next AEW game? Or is it going to be the Wrestling Code? When the Wrestling Code gets ready for early release next year on PC, and then obviously their full release going into 2024. You know, who's it going to be? Who's it going to be? I honestly think the Wrestling Code. I think the Wrestling Code is got a good chance. I do like that we haven't seen AEW Fight Forever yet, because it's pushing it later into the stream, and the later we get into the stream, the more time the games seem to get. So, yeah. Looks like we're going to get more time for the AEW game. Don't you dare badmouth M. Dickey. I'm not. Don't worry.
Mar didn't expect your visit. Otherwise, I would have cleaned up the place.
I like that guy's head.
So, you come.
I like his fingers too. Oh, those are even better. Is this Skylanders?
The guy could fly faster than a Ventolin. He could travel
Just cause Skylanders?
darkest caverns of Yodganda to the edge of the moons ruled by Yodka.
He also has a Dead Space backpack.
Ancient temple, unseen for 1,000 cycles. And
That's a nice temple.
their powerful mysteries.
Hopefully they update this game over time instead of releasing Fight Forever 2 in a year or two. Yeah, that would be nice. I think we'll get a number of updates for this game, but yeah, I'm not too sure how many.
Much a part of him as your
I definitely think we're going to get
my toes. His aim
at least 3 DLCs, and I'm going to go into it a little bit more in a whole video about this topic, potentially closer to the time when we get a few more details. But just early predictions from me, I feel like we're going to get 3 main DLC packs for this game. One of them will focus around ROH, and it will be a big ROH themed pack with all of the wrestlers being featured being people who are signed/associated to ROH. So, for example, that's probably where you'll see people like Claudio and Samoa Joe get added to the game. They'll do a New Japan Pro Wrestling one. Again, all New Japan Pro Wrestling wrestlers. and arenas and titles and things like that. Obviously, they don't have their own console game, so I feel like partnering with AEW to have a fully fledged DLC pack around them would be something they'd be interested in. So that would be number 2. And then the third one I just see being more of an AEW expansion, so new AEW wrestlers. So that would probably be the first one, followed up with the ROH one, with the New Japan Pro Wrestling one probably being one that they'd want to save for last, because that's going to be obviously quite a big bombshell. That's going to get a lot of people talking, get a lot of excitement going throughout the pro wrestling video games community, and I think a lot of people will be excited over the prospect of having official New Japan Pro wrestlers in a video game for, what, the first time ever? And again, not comparing it to the likes of, 2D games or smaller games or anything like that. The big blockbuster titles. Have there ever been any New Japan Pro Wrestling stars in any of those? Like, when at the point of, being a New Japan Pro Wrestling star? Obviously, I know Nakamura is in a bunch of the games now, for example, but, he wasn't in New Japan at the point of being in the games. What game is this? Is this a remake? I like the dramatic trailer. Wrestle Kingdom 1 and 2? They video games? When did that come out? 2005. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so that'll be the last time. Wrestle Kingdom 1 and 2. PlayStation 2. So it's been a hot minute. I didn't even know this was a game. How is this game? How is Wrestle Kingdom 1 and 2? They look pretty sweet, actually. Nick B, did they air the AEW footage already? They did not. We're still strapped in and waiting for it. As we look at this track building game, which is cool. Recreation. Alright.
Recreation is an open world arcade racing game. And when we
I've just noticed the crazy stage that these guys are standing on.
As a highway speeding ticket in Switzerland. There's 450,000 kilometers or 280,000 miles of roads for racers to go completely and legally mad across a customizable 400.
Sounds decent. Sounds decent.
That's just over.
I just want adrenaline in my soul. I can't wait for AEW.
Also choose from an arsenal.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you.
Across multiple categories and
Way better than 2K20? Oh, okay.
tracks on the fly and share them with friends.
When's Famniversary 5?
Safe travels.
No official news on Famniversary 5 yet, but hey, usually not too far after the Royal Rumble, eh? Stay tuned, stay tuned. Yeah, we got Bash versus Guns coming up this month, August 28th at 11 p.m. UK /6 p.m. Eastern. You should see it on the ticker below as it ticks through. It's going to show the YouTube link now, and then it's going to show the Discord link, and then it's going to show the match card for Bash vs. Guns. But yeah, August 28th, we've got a fully fledged, fully highlight reel match coming your guys' way, with lots of other exciting bits and pieces attached to it for your enjoyment. So get ready for that. And if you're one of the people who has pressed that join button, like you see Yoko in the chat and Israel did earlier, if you guys are supporters of the movement, members of the channel, then you're going to get access to Guns vs. Bash, some of that early. So, if you want those sneak peeks, you want those early previews, hit that join button, become a member of the channel, support the movement, and get nice early sneak peek content. Definitely recommend joining our Discord for that as well. That is where a lot of it gets posted. So if you do press that join button, make sure you are in the Discord server, because that is where we're going to have some beautiful stuff for you.
In this open world game, animal and animal herd movements are incredibly sophisticated. And together with
Wrestle Kingdom are brilliant games. I used a lot of the Wrestle Kingdom models when I modded my SVR games. Nice. Sounds good.
Whether playing alone or with a friend.
Yeah, Total Killer Babe is correct. They did confirm that Cody would be in AEW Fight Forever. So that will be happening. The last time we had Cody in a game was 2K16 as Stardust, so to see him in this game, and then more than likely we'll get him in 2K23, is going to be amazing for all wrestling fans alike. And speaking of which... Alright.
Hey,
What are you doing?
Brett, hey, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
Going to my room.
No.
What? Go away, what?
Get your back. Come
So we're currently looking at the same trailer. I hope it's more than this.
on. Don't let anybody see you. Come on, shut the door. Well, no, get in first. No, leave your bag here. Come on, hurry.
What? What's happened in here?
AEW Fight Forever video game happened here.
All right, so now what?
Well, are you hungry? On second thought, don't eat that. But now, it's finally time to reveal AEW Fight Forever to our AEW fans at the THQ Nordic Digital Showcase. Check it out, Tony. I will be me, the one legendary DMD, and you will be Adam Cole.
I'm hoping for more. Guys, keep your fingers
This
crossed.
game is awesome.
I told you would love it.
Yeah.
I told you. Am I ever wrong?
No,
Never.
no, I shouldn't.
You never.
Whoa, look at that. This game is, it's tremendous. Are there any weapons in this game?
Are there any weapons? Look how easy this is to play. You didn't have to figure out a million freaking buttons. Even though I could have, because I'm a dentist.
Oh, I know that.
But I just picked it up today and started playing.
I am loving the weapon physics.
And career mode.
Wow.
Mini games.
Wow, really excited you tell me about career mode, I can tell you that.
Yeah.
And almost lost my mind when I found out that AEW Fight Forever has mini games.
How did you find out about the mini games?
You told me.
AEW Fight Forever, coming soon.
And is that everyone?
D and D. Knock your teeth out.
Come on, y'all know this came out last week. Give us something more.
Well, at least I know a good dentist.
To date, players have been offered a mere glimpse of what AEW Fight Forever has in store. This game delivers the unbridled energy and the high-flying, over-the-top personalities synonymous with the All-Elite Wrestling League. Plus, I should
The
probably
All
let
Elite
you know
Wrestling
that
League.
AEW
Okay.
Fight Forever will be playable for the first time ever inside THQ Nordic's booth at Gamescom in a couple of weeks. So drop by and feel firsthand what it's like to lay down a finisher and feel the pop of the crowd.
Right, okay, so that the trailer was unfortunately something we had seen before, but she did drop that bombshell there that the game is going to be playable at Gamescom in a couple of weeks. So that in itself kind of, you know, sets the stage for where the game is at. If it's going to be playable in a couple of weeks at Gamescom, then, you know, the game is done. The game's getting ready to be finished. They're going to be putting that in the hands of people. It's a bit confusing why there's not an official release date yet already, if they're already getting it into players' hands. But yeah, I think this is absolutely, definitely coming before the end of the year. There's no doubt in my mind. Typically, when you see places like Amazon and other online retailers list the game as coming on the 31st of December of any particular year, so in this case 2022, it usually means that game is going to come out in 2022. They just don't know the exact release date yet. So, that's clue number 1. And now clue number 2, the game going to be playable at Gamescom in just a couple of weeks. That definitely tells me the game is probably going to be coming out this year. I'm sticking to November. November is still going to be my prediction for when this game is going to come out. But yeah, what are you guys thinking? We'll keep it going here for a moment. We'll let the THQ Nordic showcase wrap up. On the off chance they squeeze any other little bonus clip in at the end, they usually do a little bit of a montage of all the different games they've shown off, and then maybe another little snippet thrown into there. So we'll keep it going here until the Nordic showcase has finished, and check out anything else that we have interest in. But yeah, obviously I understand that many of you guys are disappointed, especially if you've seen that before. I know many of you are seeing that for the first time. You may not have seen the leak from last week. So yeah, if you're seeing it for the first time, what are your thoughts?
Look at all those snails the monster kid.
And what are your thoughts on the release date? When do you think it will come out?
So how do we save Gary without that
December
monster
12th.
snail seeing us?
It's an interesting date. Any particular reason behind December 12th? December 12th, that's a Monday. I don't know about that. Maybe 13th, with it being the Tuesday, or backing it up onto the 9th for the Friday. Yeah, I don't know about the 12th, though. Now, that game hits different. Yeah, I'm loving the weapons. I'm loving the weapon stuff they've shown off, Very small stuff so far. Putting the trash can on top of Adam Cole's head there to Britt Baker. But Adam Cole was still able to move around, and then she was able to kick him. Hopefully you'll be able to hit him with other weapons while he's got the trash can on top of his head. I think they hit him with the steel chair, and that got caught in his head as well. We've seen a screenshot of Adam Page powerbombing Jon Moxley onto a ladder. So the weapon physics are looking tight for this game, I gotta say. It's been way too goddamn long since we had good working weapon physics in a WWE game. They definitely improved them in 2K22, don't get me wrong, especially when it came to the tables in particular. But I also feel like they took a few steps back on some of the stuff, like, the chairs breaking again. I'm not too big of a fan of that. I like the chair getting damaged. That's really cool. The kendo sticks snapping. I like that. But I just wish it wasn't so, timed and maybe a bit random. Just having 4 hits with a weapon and then seeing it explode. I'd like it to be a little bit more, nuanced than that. Have that damage be visibly there, but then when it breaks random, make it between 4 and 10 or something like that. Or for the steel chair, please just don't break it at all, because I think that's a waste. Yeah, AEW looks to be delivering. Those weapons do definitely look to be bringing the fire. Guys, let's be real. This SpongeBob game looks better than both 2K and AEW. Am I right? Am I right? Brie versus Bash. Fight forever. It can happen. Yeah, we can do that, because the AEW game has intergender matches. I forgot what it was called then. I was going to say something else, but I'm not going to say it. Intergender matches is what it's called. Yeah, we can do that in this game. I think I've got a feeling that the WWE games as a whole are going to be able to do a lot more now that Vince isn't in charge. I feel like there was absolutely a wall in the way of 2K being able to do many different things that they wanted to do with these games over time. And just the decision makers from WWE, most likely backed from Vince McMahon, have just been like, no, you can't do that. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't do this. So I think they'll be able to get away with a lot more with Triple H in charge. And hopefully, intergender matches will be a part of that. I really do.
of the brand new adventure.
they definitely need to
SquarePants, the Cosmos.
these games, on top of
Favorite bikini bottomites from
finding new ways to innovate each year, which is obviously very important, they also need to make sure they're keeping up. I don't think, you know, it's going to be in their best interest to not do what the other games are doing. Even if it is going to, you know, have a small minority going, you copied them, you're only doing it because AEW did it, you're only doing it because WWE doing it, blah, blah, blah. But, yeah, if one game's offering something and you're not offering it, you need to catch up. Fortnite has shown that better than most. And, I think these wrestling games need to take notes. So thank you for watching the THQ Nordic Showcase. It does not look like they're wrapping up with any sort of montage that's going to slip in any sort of bonus AEW Fight Forever. What's that? Why'd they cross that out? Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any other little bonus AEW Fight Forever clips or gameplay in here. So, unfortunately, the vast majority of that stuff is stuff that we have seen before, if you saw the leak last week. But yeah, we do have the extra tidbit of information that this game will be playable at Gamescom in a few weeks. And that in itself tells us just where the game is at in terms of being ready for release. So, yeah, this game's going to be coming soon. Well, that's going to do it for this stream, guys. So thank you very much for coming out and joining me. Hope you guys enjoyed what THQ Nordic, AEW, and Ukes had to share with us. Hopefully we'll have more here coming up in the next couple of weeks. But that's going to do it for this stream, guys. Thank you once again for joining us. And I'll see you soon for more live coverage in the future. Take care, everybody.